It's a dope move backstage.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game.
What up, everybody? It is the new year and it's time. That's right. It is time to bring back your favorite podcast of all time, Big Game Sports Buzz, where the sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together and talk about sports and everything else around it. I am one of the hosts here. I'm Jay Stoggs, the Buff Nerd. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. Let's go. And of course, I am joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why this podcast is already Big Game James. What up?
What up, Stocks? Happy New Year's, brother. It is
Hey, man,
good
happy
to be
New Year.
back.
Happy Solar Day to you. Happy belated Solar Day to you for those who may not know.
Appreciate
Google
that.
him.
Appreciate
Google
that.
him.
Appreciate that. Don't Google me. You ain't gonna find that. You might be disappointed.
Well, I put something in Wikipedia for you, brother.
Oh, shit. Did you? Man, hey, I appreciate the love, bro ham.
Yeah, man, I know him.
Ooh, wee. Boy. Boy. There's a lot going on, man, in the sports world right now.
Yes, sir.
A lot to get after. I feel like we've been gone forever and that we've missed things that have happened and we really didn't. We'll still be able to get on to it. You know, college football playoffs is going on right now. Notre Dame and Penn State going at it. Matter of fact, I need to pull up that other screen so I can keep my eye on that score while we're finishing this up.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow here in the DFW, it will be Texas Longhorns and the Ohio State University. Looking forward to that one. And then this weekend, I know Cowboys fans might not be excited, but Wildcard Weekend, baby, can't wait. Can't wait. In my Bart Scott voice, can't wait.
I see what you did there.
Did I do something?
I saw what you did there. Notre Dame's up by 7 right now.
Okay.
I saw what you did there, though.
Was it unnecessary what I did?
I saw what you did. Yeah, the Cowboys, unfortunately, are not in. Therefore, ratings will be down. Ratings will be down. We know this. So, hey, that's what it is. That speech. What up? Welcome to the cast.
What up? Cast. My boy, Dirty Girl. What up, boy? What up?
So yeah, it is what it is, man. I'm not even stressed about that. But hey, look, make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this cast with your friends, your family, your loved ones, and of course your frenemies. Because hey, what do we always say? Without the hate, we don't elevate. If you ain't doing something, they ain't hating. You know what I'm saying? They ain't hating on you. You ain't doing nothing. That's how we look at it. Make sure that you check us out. If you don't see us live here on Facebook and Insta and all those other places, great places that we are, you can also check us out on Spotify, Amazon, and other streaming platforms for your podcast delivery. So check us out there as well. You can do it when you work out. You do it. You can actually use this to ignore your kids and or other person in the room. It's great for at least an hour. It's a getaway.
Damn.
That's what I do.
I didn't have a button.
Allegedly.
That's a good one.
Yeah, allegedly. So, you know. It's good stuff.
Hey, man.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Without further ado, you ready?
Hey, let's get into them 4 downs.
It's time for the 4 downs. That's right. The hottest sports news around. BGSB presents 4 downs.
That's right. These are the 4 downs, the hottest topics we want to talk about with you. And make sure that you hit us in the chat, whether it's now, like Dot Speech did. Appreciate you. And make sure you hit that like button as well as later on, because we will respond back to you. First topic. First of all, let me get this out the way. I got to get this off my chest, game, and you got to help me with this. Right. Of course, the last Monday or the Monday after the last game is called, quote, unquote, Black Monday. We need to change that. We need to change that name. You know, Canned Monday, Not Happy Monday, Oopsie Monday.
Miserable Monday.
What would you call it?
Miserable,
Bad Monday. Call it Bad Monday. It's less letters.
And I know what people who know the game should know where you're going with this description. Are you wanting the name of Black Monday to change because of the fate of some of the people that's on this list?
Well, yeah, that part.
Okay. I just want to make sure we was on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I felt you. I felt your pain.
That part. Because, I mean, it's pretty evident once we start talking about this first topic here, which, of course, is NFL firings that happen and have happened. We've had some during the season, and it's been, kind of few and far between as the years have gone on. But, yeah, this is kind of crazy. Man, I'm glad you're back with us. Okay, missed you over the holidays. Appreciate you so much for locking in with us. I'm gonna go through this list, and let's just. Now I'm just doing head coaches. There was and actually, I have a whole list. We'll just do head coaches for now. Is that okay?
All right. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Although there was one. Yeah, let's just do head coaches. There's one I was going to touch on, but I was like, not going to worry about it. But it makes me question different people in leadership positions, and well, that's always the case. So yeah, we're good. Let's stick with the head coaches.
I'm with that.
For time's sake.
And I'm going to go in order of them being fired.
Okay, cool.
So the first one that hit the block was Robert Saleh.
Yeah, a racist decision being made by a Jewish owner and a Muslim coach. I said it. That's the story I got from my NFL sources, and I don't think they lied to me. Matter of fact, I know they don't lie to me.
Right. And, again, and we talked at length about it, when it did happen, but it's still just one of those things where, again, it happened in the season. So we talk about it here. We're over it, but it's the Jets. It's a culture. And I keep saying this, and I ask you about this all the time about culture and locker room and how that affects or how it has an effect on the locker room. We'll go to the next one because there's a lot of them, unfortunately, here. Dennis Allen for New Orleans.
That was talking to my man Q from the Sports Coma, who does all like New Orleans content. That was a long time coming, and a lot of people said it should have happened before the season. The way he got fired during the season, maybe they were right. They seemed to play a little bit better underneath their special teams coordinator, who was the interim coach. What was that Rizzy? So I mean, but Dennis Allen he seemed sometimes to not have a clue to what was going on, and I would say that was a just firing right there.
I'm gonna, it to me it's not only the coach in this regard, but I'm also going to blame the GM.
Right.
But I will say you had a lot going on in New Orleans that unfortunately were out of his hands. I'm talking about there were some key injuries that happened there because New Orleans was on a tear for the first 2 games, but after those 2 games, it was like, hey, they were done, right? So yeah, I can definitely see that. Matt Eberflus.
Man, what I say, jackass. But at the same time, you have to know what you hired, right? Like,
yeah,
he was already a question going into everything. You get a guy I'm not going to be blaming you for this. Chicago Bears GM needs to be on the hot seat. Head needs to be on the chopping block. And if they fail this upcoming year with the hire and everything else, go ahead and drop the axe, let that guillotine come down and cut his head off and start all over again. Because think about it. 3 quarterbacks, 3 different head coaches in what a 9-year period or some crap like that.
Yeah.
I mean, Trubisky, Fields, and now Williams, who really didn't do horrible considering he had to run for his life the entire season. He had no offensive line and had no time to really throw the ball and had a dumbass clock manager. That's all you really need to do as a head coach is be able to manage situations. And Eberflus could not do that. He could not manage situations.
I mean, when you look at that team offensively, they had, and to your point, the offensive line was not good enough, but he had all of the other supporting cast and players on paper, and we'll say this on paper, to be successful. And there were glimpses and glimmers of hope of saying, wow, okay, this is a different Chicago Bears. But then they would make mistakes on both sides of the ball that just doomed them, and they would find ways to lose.
Fact.
And I always thought that's always weird to hear her say, but that Hail Mary failure at the end of something, he had to go. What's up, gents? What up, Aaron? Good to have you on. Nice to have you chat. Hopefully next time I can make it.
That Hail Mary was
but was that like the epitome of the season?
The epitome was the next couple games later when the clock management thing, the missions and timeouts and everything, and just a lot of
I think that Hail Mary just kind of showed like this is what the season. These are the Bears. These are the Bears. This is that season. This is that team where you have everything in hand, and all you got to do is knock it down. And I say all you have to do.
You know what we used to say when I was in the league when stuff like that was happening?
What was that?
Somebody ain't living right. Whenever you have that streak of bad luck and things aren't going your way, we be in the meeting room like, yo, hey, which one of y'all ain't living right, bro? Like, man, you better get this shit together. Somebody ain't living right. You got the quarterback wrapped up, and all of a sudden he just squeezes up, slip out your arm like a grease pig, or jumping off sides. You're doing dumb stuff. Not locked in. Like, man, hold on, man. Somebody ain't living right. We got too many things that's killing us right now. And somebody in Chicago ain't living right.
And I would say y'all would say it half joking, but half serious. Like,
that shit was
kind of side out.
This shit was pretty serious, bro. Yeah, you right. It was like, boy, somebody ain't living right. And you like, and the person who ain't living right, guess what they doing? Facing their ass forward and not looking around the room. So you know who ain't living right. Look at this fool over here. You know he ain't living right.
Man, that part. Doug Peterson. Now, actually, I went out of order.
It's all good though. It's all good
because you know why I went out of order.
Yeah. But I feel like Doug Peterson is one of the most unlucky people in the world because he's had success.
He did.
To me, let me ask you the question.
Yeah.
Is this a result of his quarterback being overrated? Can we say that? Can we just go ahead and put that out there that Trevor Lawrence is not who they think he is and they just paid him?
Yeah. I mean,
or is Doug Peterson that bad?
No. Well, so the thing about Doug Peterson is, I think going back to his days in Philly, right, where he chose Wentz. And we see what Wentz is, and Wentz is what he is now is what he was then. Let me be very clear.
Wentz was okay for a minute though, Jay. Honestly, up until the knee injury, Nick Foles did come in to save the day. At 2 of his early years, a lot of people would have wanted Carson Wentz for like maybe 2 of those years.
It's good for 10 months. Stop it. It's good for 10 months.
I said 2 years.
Okay, 5 months and 5 months. He was good for those. He's not a good quarterback. And I've had Philly people tell me he was good. Oh, look how much better than Dak he is. Okay, tell me now. Tell me now how much better. And I'm not
Come
saying
on.
Dak is great.
Come
But
on, man. From Philly
Wentz,
fans.
hey, those two birds in one show that are on right now too, they say that. But I digress. I think that Doug Peterson to me was a tad surprising, but it wasn't.
It wasn't surprising. I knew how something had to come about just because their owner Shah Khan, he's probably one of the best as far as letting his coaches have a little bit of a time and chance to do things. Doug Peterson just seemed to not get out of his way. And ever since that playoff game where they blew that big lead, I think that was like beginning of the end of Doug Peterson in Jacksonville. I still like some of those other names we named. I don't want to see them a coach again. I don't think they need to get recycled.
But
I don't know.
what this is.
Dennis Allen. I mean Dennis Allen. No, definitely not Dennis Allen. Doug Peterson might still be able to do it with at the right place.
Yeah, he'll get another job.
Maybe, but hey, it's one of those like one more shot. If you can't get it done this next time, bro, just stop the madness.
Okay, so I mean, and I want to go through the rest of it. So let's go through the rest of the list, and then I'm gonna ask you that question, right? So kind of think about that. So we had Doug Peterson. Let me go back, and I'm gonna go back. Jared Mayo,
Bullshit.
Gerard Mayo.
Bullshit. You cannot tell me that he had enough to go off of in one season to where you go, you know what? He's got to go. And to now you're thinking about wanting to replace him with Mike Vrabel, which I think Vrabel's a good coach. Will be an okay coach. But honestly, he was only 5 games above 500 with a coach as a head coaching record. So how much better is he really going to be with what they have there in New England? You give Gerard Mayo, Jacoby Brissett, and Drake May at quarterback. No big wide receiver, right? So what the hell was he supposed to do in 1 year's time? Now, he had some mismanagement things, and like the one press conference where he came out and said something like, he made it like he didn't know what he should do in the situation. He didn't answer the question right. So I think that was held over Robert Kraft's head to use against him, and he was talked into doing it because he came out and did a press conference, reminding me like, oh shit, Robert Kraft turned into Jerry Jones now. He's trying to explain why he fired the black guy. Yeah, I turned it into a race thing, and it shouldn't be. Forgive me. I'm just talking shit. Come out to blame himself for why he's firing Gerard Mayo after 1 year of a shitty team.
Right.
Wait, Arizona did a long time ago. It drives me crazy, bro. It's bull.
I think there's several parts with this one. Number one, you're exactly right. You have 1 year on the books, and that's just not long enough. Number two, to me, it's a Lovie Smith kind of deal where, hey, we needed that number 1 pick and you won. So because you won, now we're number 4. You're out of here. I think it's that part. And then, this is the part that ticked me off out of everything. You're the owner. You can do what you want to do, whatever. But don't come out and say he was a great coach. He's going to do well wherever he goes.
That part.
Don't blow smoke up my butt. Don't piss on my leg and call it rain. Again, I'm not a Pats fan, but I hate to hear owners and GMs and PR people write this stuff up and say, oh, they're going to be a great coach or they're going to do well wherever they go.
Yeah, own it. Or say this. Hey, you know what? We were kind of at odds when we made the hire, and it's a hire that I was shaky on from the beginning, and I made a mistake. That let us know how incompetent you are at making the decision you made, right?
Yeah.
And you own it, but then you own it. You don't have to lie.
But how do you go? And then the other part is, how do you go and you say, well, we want to go in a different direction? It's been 1 year. So
shit, you only had one other direction to go. You can't go further lower than what you did this year.
But my thing is,
he wanted to go another direction too.
So you go from one direction. So you say, look, this is our guy. This is the direction. Everything that they've said, we agree with. We're in an agreement because we hired them, and they're in the job. You're talking to them for a whole year throughout camps and all of this. And then now at the end of the season, you say, you know what? We're going to go in a different direction. I mean, it just I don't know. And and I'm not trying to get on the soapbox, but I'm getting on the soapbox because there's gotta be a point where you as an owner say, all right, look, it's just we thought we had this. The season didn't work out the way we wanted. They didn't coach or didn't do what we wanted them to do. We wanted the number 1 pick. We ended up with the 4th round, with the number 4.
Okay, that it is what Jay. And I just thought about this.
Chris Cole, what up?
Chris, what's up, baby? Fire the cannon. Belichick couldn't win with what was left over in New England. As experienced as he was, as accomplished as he was, he got the hell out of there. Which you thought Gerard Mayo was going to be able to come in and you knew it was a project when you hired him. You knew what was on the roster.
Yeah.
You knew what choices that you made before that messed you up to get to this point.
Yeah.
So you can't say, well, we got to go in a different direction. It's a lot of dumbass people. Nepotism. People get put in positions of power because of who their family members are and who they know, and they don't. Dude, I've known players, no guys, and even talked to coach. I've had coaches say, hey, man, I really don't. They don't even know what they're doing sometimes. They'll ask an experienced veteran player to help them run the goddamn meeting room.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, New England's now turned into a dumpster fire. So they need to hire somebody that's got some balls.
We need that graphic.
And rework everything. And I'm going to work on it. Got you.
No. We'll get somebody. I got you. It's just, but yeah, that, and again, we can stay there, I think, for a long time with Gerard Mayo. But we got to get to the next one. And the final head coach that was let go was Antonio Pierce.
There's another one that pissed me off, man. There's another one that just pissed me off.
I think, again, same kind of situation where you have, look, the most important position in all of sports is an NFL quarterback. I don't care where you are or what you do. It all goes through that person. And they can dictate whether, in my opinion, whether you win or you lose.
Right.
And so when you don't have that position solidified and there's no protection for that position, you're going to get what you get in Vegas. You're going to get that.
They gave that man Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
I forget the quarterback's name that ended up starting at the end of the year. You trade away Devontae Adams, who was the best wide receiver, who probably either way kicking himself in the ass. Yeah. And nothing worked out good for him. You didn't re-sign your running back, who led the league in rushing a year ago, that had a hell of a season in Green Bay.
Yeah.
That's not a coach's decision on most of that. That's GM. Yeah. That's front office.
Right.
If he was the man to finish out the season for you, interim, and then you decided, you know what, we like it, AP, the players play for him. All the players kept saying how they wanted him around. They did not want AP to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And you make that decision to let him go. I have to question the ability of Tom Telesco as a general manager.
Well,
or did it come from higher than him?
Well, you don't have to question it too much if you're a Vegas fan, because he is out. Tom Telesco has been fired.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's out.
Okay, I missed that news. Where was I at?
I don't know where you were, probably partying, but no, he is out. He's one of the GMs that got axed, so yes. Right. Rightfully so. But again, you have to question now what for Vegas, for the Raiders fan, for the Raider Nation. What's next?
And the Raiders haven't been relevant since they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Buccaneers in 2003.
Yeah. I would even say
I'm wrong, Creighton.
I would say the Tuck rule. That was the last time that I paid attention to the Raiders, was the Tuck rule. Past that, it's because they had good teams that you say, oh, you know what, this could be a team that can, come back and do some things. And they had great defenses, but again, their offensive, you're kind of questioning. Yeah, they had running backs and had line. Quarterback play has always kind of been iffy. But when you look at this team and you look at all of this now, and I think that's about it. And it's very weird that some of the coaches that are still around.
Who surprised you, Jay? Who's still
Brian Dable? Brian Dable, I'm looking at you.
Okay.
That's definitely
one. Man, I heard players in that locker room wanted to put hands on him.
Yes.
I heard he's one of those guys I like to say things that kind of challenge your manhood.
Yeah. He's got a hittable face.
He's very hittable. You see how fat he is? He like he swallowed a Christmas turkey.
But yeah,
I ain't slim.
I hear you, but you slim down though. You look good for the new year. Let's go.
I was trying, man. Trying to be big, sexy in 2025.
Hey, let's go. So I'm just saying, yeah. When you look at that, yeah, man, that question. So now, let's come back to this, right? Out of the ones that I've mentioned, and there will be some more, I suspect. At least one. I think there's at least one locally here. But out of those, who do you see getting another head coaching job in the next season?
Oh, next season?
Next season.
I say Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
For some reason, I think Mayo and Pierce will have to go into position coaching jobs. I don't see them. Dude, if you don't get more than 1 year, I don't see nobody else just stepping out on faith and giving you a chance right off the rip. They're going to have to earn it again, which I think they deserve it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can tell anything off of a coach in 1 year. Well, I'll take that back. You can tell some things, but to see true chemistry being built, true rosters being put together from the front office, it takes more than that. But out that list, Dennis Allen, he'll be okay on the defensive side of the ball as a coordinator again. I can see him doing that. Eberflus, he need to go to Canada. I'm tripping. Robert Saleh. I do think Saleh. I think Saleh and Peterson are the two guys that have a chance to get back into because Robert Saleh had some time, but I'm not trying to be funny. Look at his quarterback situation that he's had, and we know that the Jets GM is gone because they just interviewed a couple different people for their GM job, and they're looking to bring Rex Ryan back, which is interesting to me.
It's a mistake.
No, they can't do no worse than what they. The one thing though, Jay, I said this when they first said that he was interviewing. I said, "What the hell for?" Then, before butt fumble, he took him to 2 AFC Championship games.
He did.
He had things going.
He did.
He's proven that he can coach and get things done. I don't know where things got lost late in the latter part of his career, head coaching journey in New York, but it may not be bad. He can handle the New York media. He's a big personality.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of fits a little bit. It just does. For some reason, I don't know if it'll work anywhere else, but I think he fits that mold, that building for some reason. I do. And the one thing I will say this too, Rex Ryan made a statement throwing straight shade at Aaron Rodgers. Like, you know, if you're a head coach and you have mandatory this, you're a player, and we know he was basically talking about Aaron Rodgers' ass not showing up to mandatory minicamp and other things. So that means to me, like, if he gets that job, you best believe I think that one of the things negotiated in that would be like, look, this dude's got to go. I'm coming in here. So from that standpoint, I kind of like it a little bit.
You know, here's where I see it. And I'm saying this with the eyes that I have here locally again. There's a reason why no one has called him from the desk. They called Saturday. We saw what happened there.
Yeah, but sir,
Jimmy Johnson consults. That's about it on occasion. Like, no one is being called from the desk. There's a reason why he's been out of the game for a while. These are different players than when he coached. These are very different players. To me, their mindsets, their view on an outlook on not only life but football is very different. It's about influencers. It's about how many eyes you can have on yourself. And again, this is me from the outside in, but knowing some players going through high school and college, and like, hey, this is they're looking for likes. They're trying to set up their social media platforms, their podcasts, their whatever's. You know what I mean? So while they're playing. So it's different. So to have a guy like Rex Ryan, who's a hard ass, let's be real about it. He's a hard ass to try and come in and say, well, there's not going to be any more country club around here, no more QB country club. Everyone's mandatory, blah, blah, blah. Man, nobody's trying to get that.
Yeah, but it's one thing for you to be setting up stuff, and another thing to be held accountable to be where you're supposed to be. And we know that quarterback they have right now thinks that he can do whatever he wants to do when he wants to do it. And I applaud Ryan Clark every day for calling that fool on this on for what he is.
I'm not saying he's not wrong.
I know that. I know you. I mean, I know you're not saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying he's wrong. If I'm a Jets fan, hey, I love it. Yeah, bring Rex back. Bring back those days when you had Brian Cox coming up here, talking about I can't wait. Yeah, I want to see that, and I want to see the the rough and tough and the hard nosed Bar Sky. You know who I'm talking about, man. I want to see. Yeah, I would want to see those days when that happened, because Jets fans are loyal fans. Don't get it twisted. They are very loyal.
Yeah, they're
very loyal.
Hey, I like a kid. I just got sidetracked. Did you see the New York Stock Exchange special they did on ESPN?
Man, it was beautiful. It was
love that. With Gastineau and Klecko and those guys. All right, my bad.
Yeah.
Penn State's now tied up 24-24.
I really don't want to play this. I showed this. Hey, what's up? Philly Flower. Okay, you can go right
now. Hey, man, fly Eagles, fly too. Hey, everybody can love their squad.
Yeah, that's cool. I just, why Eagles, why is what I always say. So let's get on to this third down, man. No, second down.
Yeah, first down was forever.
Yeah.
Second down will be quick, though, honestly.
Yeah. Can the Cavs win NBA title? No. Not only no, hell no. That should have been fourth now. Hell no.
No.
They can't sustain it.
And do you think the city, the one thing I didn't put in there, Jay, that I wanted to ask you. Now, they're 32-4 right now, bro.
Okay.
That's pretty damn good. We know it's a long haul. I understand that.
Yeah.
They're playing pretty well. The East is not very good.
No.
They have a chance to compete for a title. I will say that. This being said, and we can move on. Do you think that the city of Cleveland needs a title without LeBron to help that city move on?
Move on. Wow, that's a great question. And it's funny you say the city needs a title because they know they can't get it any other way. NBA is the best chance they have. The problem with the Cavs and them winning this early, this early, is after the All-Star break, what happens? And that's when I really judge a team. The first half, I'm like, okay, cool, that's great. Everybody got fresh legs. Most of your players aren't really hurt, and now with this new, management piece that they have in place, like, hey, you can't just sit players just because they got to play. So, I'm curious to see what happens. Can they compete? Sure. Right now, after All-Star break, let's see. Give it a couple of weeks after All-Star break, and let's ask this question again.
Fair enough.
Yeah, playoffs. The playoffs start Saturday. And look, unfortunately, some people do not get paid anymore. because their season is ended. I'm talking to you, Cowboys. I'm talking to you. Okay. So make sure you get all your chickens.
Well, according to Micah, they really didn't lose as bad as it looked. A couple of touchdowns here and there in the game.
You know what, man? First of all, this is the same guy though that says who's predicting that the Cowboys will win the Super Bowl next year.
Facts. He said
and though I love his vigor and his conviction, nah, bro. You got the same ownership. You got the same leadership. It's not gonna happen.
All right, let's not jump ahead of ourselves.
Let's not do that. Let's get in the playoffs. Get in the tournament. I think it's the Minnesota coach. He says that. He calls it that. We got to get. We're going to go to the tournament. Playoffs, okay. Here are the matchups: Minnesota and Rams, Washington, Tampa,
and Minnesota. The Rams and Vikings game had to be moved because of the wildfires.
Yes, because the fires
in LA. That game is not going to be played in Arizona, so it's really a neutral site game.
Yeah. And prayers up, obviously, to the people in LA.
Yeah, shout out to everybody out there in the Pasadena area, man. You're right.
Pretty bad out there. Washington, Tampa Bay, your guys, the Pirates. I don't know if they can pull that out, man.
We already beat them once this year. And we can do it again if we can corral Jaden Daniels, because that young man uses his legs very well.
If was a spliff, we'd all be high. I mean, that's the whole point.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I'm just saying. Jaden Daniels has kind of figured out he has a tight end. So that's going to be a problem for Tampa Bay and their defense.
Yeah, but they suck at stopping the run too, unless they watch what the Saints did their last game of the season.
Well, maybe, but I mean, you have to have the personnel that's going to be able to do it as well.
Yeah,
so
Bucky Irvin's going to run all over the Washington Commanders.
Yeah. Well, okay, yeah, but you got to stop Jaden Daniels from running and passing. They've got good receivers. I think this is going to be a great game. Even though it's a 3-6, I think it's a really good game. I think Washington's going to pull it out, but I think it's going to be a great game. Green Bay, Philly. Man, look, as much as I hate to say it, Philly's going to win this game. What Green Bay put out on the field this last week didn't make sense. And I don't know if they were just looking ahead, or they just didn't care, or whatever the case may be, but have some kind of fight. This divisional game, have some kind of fight. Didn't make sense.
And Christian Watson got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah.
Receiver out for the year, torn ACL. They might, yeah, man.
So, So
Eagles win that game.
Yeah, I think Eagles going to do that. So now we move over to the AFC side. The Chargers and the Houston Texans. Man, I see the Texans winning this.
I think old khaki pants Harbaugh gonna find a way to get his boy Justin Herbert playing well, and they win the game. CJ Stroud has not been himself all year to me.
I think a lot of it has to do, and you know what? So I'm glad you actually said that. So that brings back, you have Tank Dell, who's not out, but you still got Diggs. It's funny, like they haven't really figured out.
Collins is back. Remember, Diggs tore his ACL. And Dell just got his leg broke.
Yeah, Dell is out his knee/leg. Yeah, that's
Diggs got hurt this season.
I thought he was there. All right. So even with that, okay. You might be right, but it's something about Houston, man. I don't know.
Well, I know what it is. It's because you said at the beginning of the year they were going to represent the AOC in the Super Bowl. So you're trying to speak it into existence right now.
I am. I also say they were the best team in Texas as well.
You did, again, which is almost true. University of Texas is the best team in Texas right now. Sorry, I had to do that.
You didn't have to.
I had to.
You didn't have to. Let's move on. Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I think this is the easy picking. So I mean, this is Baltimore. It's Baltimore.
If Baltimore loses this game, is Big Brother Harbaugh on the hot seat?
Has to be. He has to be. I don't know if you necessarily blow it up, but you've got to look at making some major changes.
Although, Zay Flowers is out. And is out this week in that game.
Yeah, but the thing that I've been the most disappointed about with this, and I know it takes time though, is them trying. They still haven't figured out how to use Lamar and Derrick Henry in this offense.
Yes, they have. Have you watched the game?
Optimized. I've been watching. It's been getting better, but it's not optimized. Like, yeah.
You're tripping. You think about the first half of the year.
No, if you put okay, and I understand that Zay Flowers is out, but it's that thing of okay, if I put 8 in the box and then have my other safety sneak down, it's a done deal.
The thing that has killed Baltimore in certain situations is getting behind the down marker. When I say that is pre-snap penalties. So now you take Derrick Henry out of the game and you're able to do other things. If they don't shoot themselves in the foot with penalties, it's their championship to win. But I know, and if it was a split, we'd be high. I know.
Well, I was going to say too, though, that Henry has had some big games, but the games that he hasn't, it has been awful. It has not been good at all.
But shit, the Ravens only lost 2-3 games.
Okay.
Let's look at it right now.
Okay. But you have Baltimore or Pittsburgh?
I got BMO. It's just something about, man, and I hate it for Mike Tomlin, but right now, all right, I'm sorry, the Ravens are 12-5 this year. That's right, they did lose to the Raiders too. Right there. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, my bad. Chiefs, Raiders, Browns, and the Steelers got them early this year.
You know who I am, Big A? So I'm just saying,
you a motherfucker that said that they've been struggling all year. They've been struggling.
I didn't say struggling. No. That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
My apologies.
What I said was when they have struggled, he's not done well.
Okay.
If they get down early, you obviously, I say obviously, but you take Derrick Henry out of the equation, right? So your run game is gone, which now you have to pass. And if you're looking at their offense to pass, who is he passing it to?
And three of those 5 losses were earlier in the year, and they got it figured out. They looked a lot better since then. I like them going in to the postseason. I just do. And if they lose this first round, I'll let you say, "Hey, big game. I told you so." I'm like, "You're right. I eat crow." But that's it. I'll take that.
But they're not gonna lose against. They should not lose against Pittsburgh though. They should.
Steelers just don't look.
They don't.
Is it time for Mike Tomlin to go?
No.
Pittsburgh? No. Okay.
It's not. But they've got to do him and the GM. They've got to get together and figure this out.
Is Russell their guy?
No.
Who's out there? Where do they go? They're not going to have a good enough pick to draft anybody that's supposed to be of significance, right?
Yeah, no, I don't know who's there's not a quarterback with an expiring contract that you could say, well, I know none that I could say can fit their system. But you know what you need is a quarterback. You don't need a quarterback to win. You need a quarterback not to lose. To me, that's the Steeler game plan. Like Ben is an anomaly, but the reality is he had great defenses. That when he won the Super Bowl, it was based on the defense. The defense scored the points.
Yes, I do agree with you.
So Tomlin's going to have the defense. You just have to have a quarterback that's not going to lose the game. If you can do that, you win. You're in the tournament. You have the best chance to win. Finally, Denver, Buffalo. I want this to be a good game. I don't think it will be.
Where did the upset fall this weekend then?
It was a what? Upset?
Who do you think will get upset this weekend? There's
The
usually
only
one
upset I
wild
can
card
see-
upset every year. There's usually one wild card game that everybody goes, damn, wow.
Honestly, and you're gonna say I'm being biased, but I think it's Washington, Tampa Bay. I don't see it in Denver, Buffalo.
I can see that. I don't know why. I think Denver, I'm anxious to see that one because if the Bills get past that one, I think they make some noise. But for some reason, I think Denver's going to play them well. I don't know what it is. I think I don't know if they'll beat them, but I think I might be a little bit of an upset alert, a little bit of an alert.
I'll say that because their defense, Denver's defense, is nice. I like Denver's defense.
And I think that's why I'm saying that too.
They have a good defense. Bo Nix is again, he's showing that he's a quarterback that won't necessarily lose the game for you. He'll put you in a predicament. He'll put you in some situations like, ooh, because he's still young. He's a rookie, right? But you have a good enough defense that can overcome some of those mistakes. Now, the thing is, Buffalo, I don't see them beating Buffalo because Jared Allen is going to win MVP. And he's just that he's been that player this year.
But look at these last couple of games. Lamar Jackson's outplayed him. I think now should have overtaken him. But because they want some variety at the award, they're going to give it to Josh Allen.
Well, you can say that, but the
It's
thing
true.
that's going to hurt. Well, I mean, the thing that's going to hurt Lamar Jackson is going to be Derrick Henry.
Why? You said it yourself. Running backs don't get this award.
No. It's because he has a good running back. So now, now it's, when everyone's been talking about how Jared Allen just takes everything on himself and he's been willing the team and winning the games by himself.
I got what you're saying.
Yeah. So even though Jared Allen, even though Josh Allen has good receivers, in Shakur, he has a really good tight end, Kincaid, and he has a good running back himself. Yeah, it's still there. Didn't James Cook get 1,000 yards? Yeah, he did. But
exactly,
again,
Aaron. So it shouldn't be this. I get what Jay Stock is saying. You're not making up the point you're making makes sense and it's valid. But I'm saying if you just look at the last half of the season, you look at the stats, you look at what Lamar Jackson did. I think he stole it back. Which I still said, Jared. You heard me. We had this conversation. Josh Allen has made a believer out of me this year. He's done some things very well. I also said that Lamar Jackson's under more pressure to win a Super Bowl out of the two because he already has 2 MVPs. So whatever happens. I'm not going to be mad either way. But I just think that stat-wise, Lamar Jackson's proved again that he can be MVP of this league. I just think that they want to see a little variety, so I don't think he'll get it.
No, he's not going to get it. Let's move to this last down. Jimmy Butler has been suspended by the Miami Heat for 7 games for
conduct detrimental to the team or something like that?
Detrimental to the team. Now, this is on the heels of him saying, I don't find pleasure in playing basketball here anymore. I don't find pleasure in playing basketball, period. I want to go somewhere where I can find that joy. I don't have joy here.
I knew something was wrong with this fool when he came looking emo and goth last year to the press conference with the comb over and the black nails. And, I've come to Jimmy Butler's defense a couple times on this show, Jay, about that he's gotten a bad rap. I'm beginning to think that I was wrong and he's been the problem.
Well, I'm going to say this game. Actually, I don't think he's wrong here. If you've ever watched a Miami game here lately, it's been pretty god-awful, okay? It's not fun to watch.
No basketball is fun to watch right now. Name me an NBA team you running to go watch besides your Mavericks, because that's your team, and you're not even watching them until after All-Star break. You said. So, what NBA team are you just watching right now? That's exciting.
Oklahoma. I watch Oklahoma. I may watch Minnesota.
No,
I watch
on.
LA for the drama.
You ain't just sat down and watched no damn.
I did. I watched. Matter of fact, I watched
Oklahoma City game.
When it's on, when nothing else is on, I'll watch that. If the Devils are playing and the Mavs are playing, if it's on national TV, if it's on TNT, something like that, I'll watch it. But
I turn to TNT just to catch Shaq and chucking them at halftime and after the game to act the fool. I don't give a damn about the games right now.
I watch LA because I want to see who's going to be hurt that night and how they get hurt.
Shit, you already know it's going to be Anthony Davis.
Well, that part. And
then Bronny's going to play like the last 15 seconds of cleanup while his dad ices his knees.
Well, Bronny's down. He's down in
no.
League.
Last night he was up on the
roster. They brought him up. That's right.
Yeah, moved up.
That's right.
Man.
He did get
Jimmy Butler. So you say Jimmy Butler has a legit point, is what you're saying, because how bad the Miami Heat is right now.
Look, everywhere Jimmy has been, he's kind of proven like, yo, y'all are not here for the right thing. Like, Jimmy Butler wants to win a championship. Miami is not going to win a championship. Not with the team, not with the way the team is constructed. And this is also the same Jimmy Butler Miami team that in the bubble went to the finals.
They went to the finals after that team lost to Denver, remember?
Yeah. So they've been.
Man,
so he knows what a championship, quote unquote, championship team looks like. And he's led them. But when he's saying, this ain't the one.
Man, this is my thing, Jay. And just take it for what it's worth. They tell you this when you get into any professional league. You have to learn how to be a pro. You have to learn how to be a pro. There's certain things you do and you don't do. Jimmy Butler, you could be pissed off about not how it's going, but publicly acting like you are sometimes to be a baby about the situation, is that what you really need to do if things aren't going your way?
Yeah.
I mean, that is what you do. Your ass is reading something. You ain't hear what the hell I said. That's okay though.
No, I heard what you said.
You know what that made me say. God damn it.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, hell no. 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 Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell no.
That's right. This is the part of the podcast where I get caught looking at photos of snow in people's backyards. I should have been paying attention.
Oh, shit.
Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, man, you know, it's time for oh, hell no. It's the thing during the week that made us go, just makes us go, oh, hell no. And there's a couple different things. One of them we touched on a little bit earlier. But first, the drama that's going on over at Fox Sports right now. You know, a lot of it's speculation and allegations, but just, I can't fathom. I'm trying to find the right word to say, Jay.
Just say it.
I love cookies. I love indulging in cookies. I've never seen a cookie that I would want to pay $1 million for. So the fact that Skip Bayless allegedly wanted to give his stylist $1 million for her cookies is asinine to me. Skip Bayless, it's an allegation. I don't know if it's true, but you look like that guy. You just look like that guy that spends money on cookies that you can get out the cafeteria for free.
For way less.
A whole pack of Oreos.
A whole pack of Oreos.
Oh, bro. Is all I'm gonna say. Then I got one more that you touched on a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I love Michael Dallas Cowboys linebacker, defensive end, Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
Because that Dallas will be hoisting the trophy up in the air next year.
Yeah.
It's great to have faith. It's great to believe. But Michael Parsons is starting to just throw things out there to try to make. He's acting like the player version of Jerry Jones. He's saying shit to make himself more relevant and talk about more and to get more people over to his podcast. Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Skip Bayless, Michael Parsons. But Jay,
yeah,
I need you to have time for this one. I need you to go ahead and you know what I'm saying?
So I have two as well, and they both surround the same thing. The first one I'm going to speak about, Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys organization. Listen, if you don't want the coach here, let him go. They have until the 14th. That's when his contract expires. The Bears have stated, we want to interview him, just to kind of get a jump on things. Jerry Jones says, no. Other teams have called for permission because if you're under contract, you have to call the team to get permission to interview or speak to them. Jerry Jones has said no, but yet you have not signed this guy. You haven't talked about signing him. So you're going to wait it out. The rumor is they're kind of working some things out. But McCarthy has said, yeah, I want to talk to him because he's ready to go. Let him go. Come on. Oh, hell no. Either do it or not. Either do it or not. This next one. If you Google this, this is what will come up. There are two phrases to Google. Big rack, peanut butter skin. That's all you need. Big rack and peanut butter skin. Apparently, there is the OG clickbait, aka, and I love how you say, I'm using this, Jason Fatlock, aka Jason Whitlock, has come out and said that he had to leave because if he had stayed at FS1, he would have knocked down, and I say knocked down, he would have had relations with Joy Taylor.
Damn.
I don't know what mirror this guy's looking in, what filter he has.
One of them clown mirrors. One of them wavy warping mirrors.
On his phone. I need that filter. He is awful. Chitlock is, oh my gosh. He is god awful. But what makes you think
Shout out to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
you would have a chance?
A snow cone would have a better chance in hell than Jason Whitlock would have with Joy Taylor. Let's just say what it is.
And here's the thing. She's married. Now I get it. I really do.
That don't mean
I know.
she ain't no freak.
But
I didn't say that.
pretty
I didn't say
sure.
that. I didn't mean that. Joy, I didn't mean that. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure that Joy's husband is her type. And I'm pretty sure that he does not look
Like Jason Whitlock?
What is we doing out here? What are we doing out here? Listen, people, we've got to get people like him off. Write your local TV. Write FS1. Write your local congressmen and senators. Write them. Because this is a person that does not need to be anywhere near a microphone or a camera. Ain't no way. Jason Whitlock, Joy Taylor. Man, come on. Yeah, you know, if I was in the room, she would have. I would have knocked that. Get out of here.
With her
Oh,
hell no.
hell no. With peanut butter skin. Big rack and peanut butter skin. Salivating now. Stop it.
Don't think that motherfucker could break down as a rack of ribs. Sorry. All right, y'all. Hey, let's move on. Sorry.
It's time for the top 5. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Big Game Sports Buzz, top 5.
That's right. This is the part of the podcast where no booty. Some people have a top 100, some have a top 50, some have a top 25. Some even point out and have a top 10, but not here at Big Game Sports Buzz. No. Who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Top 5. This week, it is top 5 moments of 2024. Generally speaking, doesn't have to be sports related. Just some things that grab you and say, "Ooh, look at that. Never seen that before," or "That's amazing."
I ain't gonna lie. I kept mine sports related because it's Big Game Sports Buzz and just some of the. No. I'm just telling you what I did, dog. Because
you did.
Some of the other things I had pop up, it was going in some other directions that I don't want to turn the show onto. So I kept it with sports, make it easy for me. If you got some life situations or whatever else in your top 5 tonight, that is cool by me. Trust me. All right, man. First and foremost, as much as it pays me to say this, number 5, the Kansas City Chiefs winning a second consecutive Super Bowl. Like, that was a pretty big moment. It's like Patrick Mahomes stepped onto the scene like, ha, I'm here. Simone Biles getting overcoming the twisties and being able to win 4 gold medals over in Paris this summer. Not gold, 4 medals. I don't know if they're all gold or not. Number 3 for me, Mr. Khaki Pants himself, Jim Harbaugh, leads the Michigan Wolverines to the national championship. I mean, just think he was on the fire. He couldn't get over the Ohio State hump, and he did some great things with Michigan, turned that program around. I think that was like one of the biggest sports moments in 2024. Number 2, this created more talk and it went by women's sports, I think, than anything else in a long time. And that's the rise of Caitlin Clark. I just think now, whether it's warranted or just her by herself, probably not. But just the story of Caitlin Clark herself, what it's done for the women's game, that was big news, big moments in 24. And then I think my number 1 is going to surprise you. I can't say the cats. I always mess the name up. Shohei Ohtani, baseball player.
Shohei Ohtani.
50-50 club.
Shohei Ohtani.
Bro, I don't even know if that'll ever be done again while I'm alive on this planet. So for him to be able to, that 50-50 club accomplishment, I think was like the biggest thing in sports this year, man. So that's my list tonight.
Man, that's a good list, man. I appreciate that, man. That's a good one. All right. So mine kind of spans some different things. So let's get to it. They had his funeral today. Jimmy Carter passed at 100. Now you may say, "Oh, but that's not, a big thing." But it's like you always see him out. Like he was out working on a house like 6 months ago or something crazy like that.
Right.
Like that dude he had the fountain of youth. So that's a big one. The college football playoff expanding to 12 teams. I think that's a big thing.
That's a big one. That's a good one.
And what it is. This is the nerd in me, the total solar eclipse. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't remember the last time I saw one.
That's the first time I ever saw
it. Right. And even though they said that this is the second eclipse in 7 years for North America, I've never seen that. Maybe it was on the other side, but it was the first one that I saw, and I thought it was pretty.
It was amazing, man.
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was definitely. So this is one general one, but it's really kind of like the notable deaths. Like there was some like big names that passed this year, and like Quincy Jones is one. And I know I talked about Jimmy Carter, but there's like a lot of people that passed this year. So that was really big. Just some of the big names that did pass, both in sports and just in life in general. And then the final one, Donald Trump was convicted and then elected president.
Make it make sense.
Look, politics aside, that's crazy. Like, he's a convicted felon, but he's now the president. So, yeah. See how you want to. I just think that's just one of those moments. Like, I never thought.
Your list is awesome.
I never thought I'd see that.
Your list is awesome, bro. Really,
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you. But yeah, there you go. And James Evans passed this year. That was kind of crazy.
That's not his real name, but yeah.
Well, I mean, John Amos.
John Amos.
Yeah, John Amos. Yeah. James Amos. No, John. No,
John.
John Amos,
yeah, we want to call him James for a good time.
Because he's James.
Damn, James.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, that was big on me. Like Sissy Houston, she passed. Whitney Houston's mom, Dikembe Mutombo passed. Like, dude, you're like,
yeah, crazy.
It's I thought this guy would live forever until he got in. Pete Rose. So, and I know this is a conversation, hopefully, next time. But what? Do you think he's going to get in now that he's passed?
Probably will, just because he won't be here to see it. That's so fucked up, bro.
That's so fucked. I know.
Sorry.
That's what I hate about it.
It's so messed up. It is so jacked up.
But yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what, the biggest one for me has got to be the voice of Darth Vader. That's right. James Earl Jones. My guy.
That was tough.
It was tough. But he had already said that he was, retiring. He wasn't going to do the voice anymore. And actually, a lot of what they did was they took clips and he did clips for them. And they like have an AI generator. So his voice.
That can kind of copy it. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So he went in and did that. And he says, and he has said, I know people want to hear the voice of Darth Vader, and that's what it is. And so he's kind of embraced it. So towards the end. So yeah, man. Yeah, that's definitely one. But I'm done. Thank you so much for tuning in. We so appreciate it. Let's thrive in 25. Let's get our rest in. Check me out next week. We are starting back up. That's right. We're starting back up next Wednesday. What's someone's phone?
Yeah, bullshit was calling. I'm playing. I'm sorry.
You've been waiting on that, haven't you? You've been waiting on that. You've been waiting on it. Next Wednesday, check me out as we will delve into the Skeleton Crew. We've got a couple more episodes on that. Landman. If you haven't watched Landman, you need to watch this show. It is awesome. Oh my God, it is amazing. So we're going to talk about that. The trailers for Superman, which is coming out in July. Captain America, the newest one is coming out this month. We're going to talk about me going back and rewatching all of the Marvel movies.
Are you going to do it in that chronological order?
So no, I actually watched them in release order. Okay. And we're going to talk about the debate of should you watch it in chronological order or release order. And there's some argument for both. But I went back and did it in release order. as well as some of the shows that tie into it. What did I miss and what did I pick up on? So we're going to talk about that as well, and those kind of things. So it's going to be fun, and hopefully some other surprises that are coming up. So definitely check us out. We're going to talk about some anime that's ending and some that are coming out, as well as some books, especially some ones that have some African foundations and artistry that, hey, totally fantastic. So we're definitely going to be hitting that up next Wednesday, 9:00. Let's go. The Buff Nerd Podcast.
All right. Good times. All right, man. Well, for the Buff Nerd, Jay Styles, I'm your boy Jay. What's my name? Big Game James. Thank y'all for tuning in. And then God bless again. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. And until next week, peace.
Who you know that got it behind the scenes, like behind the O-line, soon as the QB say hype. It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah.